Hey guys, Oblivion here, coming at you with a deck profile on my Sea Lancer deck again. Yes, I know I have not done a live deck profile in quite some time, but hear me out. SATs are around the corner, and I do have to take them. That's my future. So I'm sorry, guys, but still, I'm not dropping Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is my passion. So this is a deck that I'm going to be running probably because I have locals today, so I'm probably going to be running it today. Also, regionals is coming up December 7th, so I'm going to be doing that as well. I've made some changes, not too many that you're going to be like, oh my god, this isn't even Sea Lancer, but I've made some changes. So, without further ado, let's get started, guys. I'm running one, two Sea Lancer. Sea Lancer is the boss monster of the deck. I know what you're saying. If it was the boss monster of the deck, why are you not running it at 3? I have ways of bringing this guy out, and I will be going over it very soon. I also, for those beginner Sea Lancer players, I also do have in-depth analysis on Sea Lancer, some of the basic plays you could do with Sea Lancer, and opening hand with Sea Lancer. So you should go and check that out. So 3 Sea Lancer, like I said, it is the best card for recycling and just being god, because you equip it with 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 frogs. This guy becomes invincible because your opponent either has to book a moon him, which is at 1, so more than likely he's not going to do that. Um, and he has to destroy it 5 times, and each time he destroys it, he wastes one of his card while you gain a card with like a dupe or poison draw, And don't be scared to like even equip swap frogs or treeborn frogs, to get extra equipped so you could stay on the board longer. So yeah. We're also going to be running the best tribute card in the game. The best one tribute card in the game. We're running 1, 2, 3 Caius the Shadow Monarch. Caius is Caius. Sack for Caius. I mean, it's the best clutch card ever. It's your Gaga Cowboy. I mean, it does so much good for the deck. I mean, you're running the Frog engine, so why not run Caius? I prefer Caius more than Ryza because I could see why, like, making your opponent top deck, I don't know, a trap or a useless spell or something like that. But I just think Caius is just so much better because you could normal summon Caius, target Caius itself, banish Caius, and then inflict 1,000 to your opponent, making you win the game, late games. So it's like your Gaga Cowboy. Also, we're running 3 of the best supporters of the deck, which is 3 Light and Darkness Dragon. You never want to run less than 3 in Sea Lancer. I've tried running 2, don't get me wrong, but just 3 is the magic number for Sea Lancer. Why? Because this card has multiple jobs in the deck. It makes your opponent lose resources, which is a job that Sea Lancer itself does by itself. But Lad also lets you reborn Sea Lancer, making you use Sea Lancer again. So it's almost like a Sea Lancer that keeps on coming back no matter what you do to it because of Lad. And Lad is just an amazing card, amazing card. I've won games just by normal summoning Lads and my opponent saying GG because they opened up that bad. Or even when they don't, I still get out of it. Lad is great, great early, mid, and late game. So it's so good. And now for the last of my tributes, I'm actually running 8 tributes, I believe. I cut down the tributes by a lot because I kept on opening up with so many tributes. It was awful. So I'm running 2, 4, 6, 8 tributes. I'm not running 8 tributes, I'm sorry, I'm running 9 tributes, which is a pretty great number for Sea Lancer. It's an amazing number for Sea Lancer. And for the last my tribute, my number 9 tribute, 1 Dark Dust. I completely took out Genzo from the main deck because I do want to play this deck competitively, and decks really don't, how do I say this, Dragon Rulers, Prophecies, they don't really mean any traps besides Sixth Sense or something like that, and that's Dragon Rulers, by the way. So Jinzo I just found to be really useless in most of my matchups with those decks, especially Prophecy. So I just decided to cut Jinzo, and I just decided to go into something that would really kind of like hurt them or stun them, which is Dark Dust. It's your walking dark hole that keeps them coming back to hand. I mean, you could switch this for either a Dark Dust, a Jinzo, or even a Vanity's Fiend, which is amazing, which it is in my side deck. Those cards are in my side deck. And for your like free boss monster, 1 Tidal. Tidal is good. I never use Tidal's effect to just ditch a water monster. I usually just pitch it with Swap Frog. But he's a good recurring 2600 beater that just adds frogs from your banish. From your graveyard to your banish zone, allowing you to put more Sea Lancer plays on board. So yeah, We're also running, for the Frog engine, we're running the main card of the deck, which is 3 Swap Frog. You guys have no idea how important Swap Frog is to the deck. It's not like Frog Monarchs that it's like, okay, you open up with Treeborn, you're fine, you're set for the rest of the game. No, you need to open up Swap Frog. You need it. You need to set up your grave for Sea Lancer. You need to set up your grave in general. Why? This card just does so much for the deck. It deck thins your deck. It bounces back your monster so you could reuse it. Like I've gone over a play how to reuse Lad with Swap Frog. Basically waste all Lads of negates with Treeborn Frog, normal summon it, bounce it back, and then or normal summon it or special summon it, bounce it back, and then normal summon it again. You could reuse Sakai's. What I like to do usually is you always want your Sea Lancer right next to your Swap Frog. So if I'm going for a Sea Lancer play, I normal summon Sea Lancer with a couple of banished frogs, and then I special summon Swap Frog where it's already on the field. And then I activate the effect. Let's say they veil their Fiendish Chain. I use Swap Frog's effect, bounce the Sea Lancer back to my hand, and then, okay, yeah, I'm left with a 1k beater, but it's just something I could use next turn, and I could even bring it back with Rodent Toad and, in the Banish Zone. So, I mean, why not? So for the standard Frog, this is the standard Frog lineup for Sea Lancer. So three swap, 3 dupe. Dupe is so great. Dupe block, you guys know it. If you have 2 on the field, your opponent can attack. Also, it could add a frog from your deck or a graveyard to your hand. We're also running 2 poison draw. I don't want to say people are cutting this down to 1 because no one plays Sea Lancer, like except myself, in my opinion. But I could see like some builds they only run the 1 Sea Lancer. You really don't want to draw it unless you have a Swap Frog. Because if you have a Swap Frog, then Poison Draw Frog is really not that bad because it just decks. Then you could throw out a Rodent Toad and stuff and banish it. I don't think I'll ever go to 1 Poison Draw because Poison Draw is really, really good, especially since I use Creature Swap. So you could Creature Swap it with your opponent's card, attack Poison Draw Frog, and you get your draw. So it's always good, in my opinion. I think I'm just going to stick with 2 Poison Draw Frogs. It's that good. 2 Rodent Totems, because Rodent Totem banishes your frogs. You never want to run 3. 3 is really, like, not good. Especially, I also have another Banish outlet, which is Tidal. So I believe 2 Rodent Totem is perfect. You guys know what Rodent Totem does. Banish a frog, special it. Makes Gachi spams, rank 2 spams. And for the last of the frogs, 1 Treeborn Frog. Because we are running the Frog engine, so why not include Treeborn Frog? It is a great card also, don't get me wrong. Okay, and 1 Gores. Gores is Gores, you have to run it, it's a staple. Now, the card that made me cut down Sea Lancer to 2, and you guys are probably going to hate me for this, but hear me out. 2 Mother Grizzlies. Mother Grizzly's effect states that when it is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you could special summon a water monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in face-up attack position. That means you could creature swap it, and you'd still get the effect. This card deck thins your deck, guys. This card being set is the best play you could possibly do, besides setting anything else. It searches out your Swap Frog. That's 1. It's also a water, so you could ditch with Swap Frog. And it searches out your Sea Lancer. Even if you don't get Sea Lancer's effect and it gets destroyed, you have 3 Lad in the deck to reborn it. You get me? Plus, you deck thin your deck. Mother Grizzly is just way too good. I have been testing it. People say it's slow. It has not been slow for me, guys. It really has not. People are actually attacking into set cards and not really caring. Really, the only deck that pops anything is it's Blackwings and Insectors, but Insectors and Prophecies they fate, but this card usually comes out game 2 because game 2 they kind of expect it, and I just prefer to take it out game 2. But it's a great game 1, trust me, guys. Hand Traps, 2 Battle Fader. 3 is never needed in my opinion, unless you're playing Frog Monarchs. But 2 Battle Fader is amazing. It does what it needs to do. Battle Fader is Battle Fader. 2 Effect Veilers. Just because Effect Veiler, there's a lot of effects and that you want to block. So Effect Veiler is really good. I would love to include Maxi in the deck, but unfortunately I have not picked some up. And even if I did pick some up, I would not know what to cut for it, to be honest. So that's it for the monster, guys. We're running a total of 28 monsters. So it's not bad. It's a pretty big monster count, but it's really not that bad. For the spells, we're running 3 MST. Because you want to hit those decks that are play stun, like Skill Drain, D-Prison, Macrocosmos. You want to hit those cards because, so 3 MST is really good. Also clears the way for many things like Sea Lantern plays or Lab plays and stuff. 3 Econ, you guys know it. Combos with Rodent Totem, combos with Treeborn Frog. Treeborn Frog is clearly the best target for enemy controller. It's an amazing card. 2 Creature Swap, my favorite card my favorite spell in the deck, I guess you could say, because you could combo it with so many like Poison Draw, your Dupe Frog, your Sea Lancer, even if they Veiler, your Swap Frog, your Mother Grizzly, all that type of stuff. 2 Pot of Duality. This increases consistency. You're not going to special summon every turn. Don't get me wrong, guys. You're not going to special summon every turn. So it's really good. Also, if your Pot of Duality is dead, you could go into a Herald of Pure Light, which I am running in the extra deck, and just put this back in your deck and get a card from your grave. For the 1-for-1s, we're running 1 Foolish Burial, dumps Tidal, dumps every frog, or dumps every monster that you need, and 1 Dark Hole. So basically, you're running 2 Dark Holes and 1 that keeps coming back to hand. So yeah, that's it for the monster, the deck. The deck is exactly 40 cards, just how I like it. For the extra is not complete, guys, so please don't hate me. I don't think I'm going to be going over my side deck because my side deck isn't even complete, like, at all, and it really hasn't changed from last time. So we got the 1 cute Karibo token, we got the 1 Slacker, 3 Gachi Gachi Getetsu. You have to run 3 in Sea Lancer. It's a must. You just have to. 1 Dark Mist. Trying to get my hands on another. You need 2 Dark Mists. 2 Dark Mists, too good. 2 Dark Mist. And 1 Daigaso Phoenix, which I can't find mine. So I need another one. Yeah, it's just, whatever. So 2 Dark Mist and 1 Daigasto Phoenix. 1 Herald of Pure Light, really good card. I'll be going over some combos with this card alone. It requires 2 level 2 monsters. Let me read it to you guys. Basically, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, target 1 monster in your graveyard, add it to hand, then shuffle 1 card from your hand into your deck. You can only use the effect of Herald once per turn. Really good. 1 Armored Kappa. This card is really funny. Again, it's a water. It requires 2 level 2 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card. This card gains 1,000 attack or defense. And that's really all it does. And then their effect, that it's like a continuous thing that you could activate it even without materials, is that during either player's battle step, when attacking a monster, while an attacking involving your monster is occurring, you can discard 1 card. For the rest of this turn, monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle. You also take no battle damage. Really good. I don't know why I started there. I stuttered really bad. 1 Maestro for the double Mother Grizzlies when you do have them. 1 Tyrius for double Sea Lancer when you do have them. Why not? 1 M7 and 1 Bouncer for the Monarchs, I guess. And for the for the Synchros, we're running 1 Scrap Dragon and 1 Crimson Blader, because you can make it with Veiler and like Tidal or Veiler and Agors. So yeah, guys, that's it for the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I mean, the deck is great. The consistency is great. You guys will be seeing some dual videos with it. I'm sorry about my mic. It's messed up, but thank you guys so much for understanding. I love all of you, and thank you guys. This has been Oblivion. Catch you guys later. Deuces.